Well, tonight, exclusive new information on the Germantown water crisis. ABC 24 News has learned it wasn't a leak, but human error that caused a diesel fuel spill that made the city's water supply unsafe for drinking for at least a week. The employee believed responsible is on administrative leave now. But that's not all we're learning tonight from Germantown Mayor Mike Palazzolo, who admitted to me today mistakes were made, and it stops with him. Germantown has a lot of trust to rebuild. Do you agree with that?
Richard, yes, completely so. Trust and confidence.
For Germantown Mayor Mike Palazzolo, that rebuilding of trust began today with a no-holds-barred interview. Almost 2 weeks since not just homeowners, but a major hospital in Germantown Methodist, dozens of doctors' offices, and hundreds of businesses from hair salons to restaurants learned the city's water was unsafe for drinking or bathing. You feel like you owe them an explanation. Do you feel like you owe them an apology?
Oh, most certainly, most certainly. I'm sincerely apologize for the disruption in our life. I live here. I've lived here for almost a half a century. My parents do as well, and I take great pride in the responsibility that I have as a leader. And what goes with the responsibility is taking ownership of problems and then solving those problems.
The crisis started on a Tuesday night when during severe weather a tree knocked out power to the city's main water treatment plant. All right, so Mayor, this is the generator that we have heard so much about, which then put the entire operation on generator power. You could say this is the scene of the crime. We're in front of the generator where it all happened that Wednesday night. Now, much of this is still under investigation, but we can tell you a worker was here and was refilling the diesel tank below to keep the generator operating to provide power to the water treatment plant. Now, at some point, it overflowed, and overflowed a lot, by at least 100 gallons. It may be more. Again, that's under investigation. But the fuel flowed all the way down this slope right here where it's been resodded. And right to the right of where that white pipe is, there is a pipe underneath by about 6 feet that had a hole about this big. And that's where the diesel fuel seeped into these massive tanks that hold some 4 million gallons of drinking water. So how did that worker not know the tank was full and kept allowing the diesel to spill for so long? Answers to that will take time.
The technician that was in charge of that refueling is on administrative leave, and we have to follow due process with that, Richard.
The crisis came in 3 punches. First, the power outage, then the man-made fuel spill, and then that unknown pipe opening, which actually helped to pull even more fuel into the system during the city's first attempt at flushing it. Unknowingly, it just made the problem worse. That hole in the pipe, a lot of people want to know, how was it not discovered earlier?
It is 3 to 5 feet underground, and so regrettably, you can't inspect every square inch of the piping network that's underground in our community. There are hundreds of miles of pipes.
In the next 30 days, Palazzolo hopes to let businesses and homeowners know how much of a credit they will get on their bill for going so many days without water. A hotline and special email will be set up for people to make the case why they deserve even more money for the inconvenience the crisis caused. And efforts are also underway to secure federal funding for businesses and workers' lost income and wages, showing that while the water may be drinkable again, the crisis is hardly over.
It's by far the biggest crisis. And I've been in office 19 years, and 10 of that as an alderman.
Palazzolo also admitted it was a mistake to have just 2 news conferences during the 7 or 8 days of the crisis to better keep the public updated on what was happening.
In hindsight, having more, access to not only the media but to our residents, probably on a twice-a-day basis, mid-morning and maybe late afternoon. Once we developed a rhythm of knowing test results, we'll share mapping. We're not hiding any of that by any means.
That may come in the days ahead, but I was told so far those documents are still not available. Palazzolo says he's ordering an independent review into not only what caused the crisis, but how he and his team managed it. He expects that will take 90 days, and he hopes he'll win back the trust he and his city have lost.
We will make sure that we begin to earn confidence back over time. And the only thing I can do is let my actions from this point forward demonstrate that. And I will tell you, Richard, and the people of Germantown, that is my primary goal.
Mayor Palazzolo says it'll take some time to truly measure the cost of the water crisis, the lost sales tax revenue, and losses in revenue and wages to businesses and workers. To watch my full unedited interview with the mayor, visit abc24.com. And on Thursday night, in fact, citizens can ask their own questions about what happened. Mayor Palazzolo and other experts will be there, and I will be too as moderator. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Germantown Performing Arts Center.